Hi, this is Alex, and I haven't had a video in quite a long time, but I'm excited to update this. So I'm gonna tell you the story. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, and if you get questions, ask away or whatever. But was it last Wednesday night? I called my mom because I was at my boyfriend's house, and I thought I had to go to the hospital. I was dying, my stomach hurt, I was getting really sick, and I didn't understand why. And Mom told me to go get a pregnancy test. So I got 2 of them, and they're EPT tests, and I wonder if I still have them. I think I do, but I don't know where they're at the moment. Yeah. So I don't really have them at the moment, but I took 2 EPT tests, and definitely came back positive. Both of them. And so, I was freaked out, and I was having stomach pains, and I'd had a miscarriage before, so I was really scared. And Mom said, don't worry about it, we'll go to the doctor tomorrow and make sure you're okay. So Thursday, I go to the on-call doctor, and I tell him everything, and he said, okay, well, let's go ahead, we'll get you a pregnancy test and see if everything's okay. And he was supposed to order a quantitative HCG test, which tells you how much of the pregnancy hormone is in your body. And he wrote it down wrong, and they just gave me a pregnancy test through my blood, and they checked my urine. I have no infections, and it did come back that I was pregnant. So he said I needed to make an appointment with my OBGYN and go there, and we'll take it from there. So Friday, I go to my OBGYN, and they give me a blood test, another one, so it's 2 blood tests in a row, and they give me my first ultrasound. And then there was a big red flag after that. And the problem was, based on my last menstrual period, I should have been 7.5 weeks. Based on my blood test, I was 9.5 weeks. And based on my ultrasound, I was 5 weeks. So there's a big red flag there. And she said she was a little concerned, so she just wanted me to come back in 3 days, which would be Monday, and have another ultrasound and another blood test, and we'll see if we're making progress. But I didn't get to keep the first picture of my ultrasound, so I don't have the first one. So I went back Monday, and I did my blood test, and my HCG levels had doubled like they were supposed to. So that was a great sign, and she was really relieved, and so was I, because I was freaking out all weekend, And then my ultrasound came back really good. There was still no heartbeat, which was a little concerning, but, if I am only 5 weeks, sometimes you can't see the heartbeat until 6 or 7 weeks. But the baby had grew, and that's a great thing. So, and I got to keep my second ultrasound. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. And that's the baby. I don't know if you guys can see it yet. But that's my baby. Just a little bitty bean. But, so that's my second ultrasound. And, she said, I'm going to have you come back in 3 days, and we're going to do another ultrasound, and maybe another blood test, depending on what the ultrasound says. And we'll see. And it's Wednesday, so that was Monday, and it's Wednesday now, so I go tomorrow at 2:15 to, see what's going on, making sure the baby's okay. And, I'm really excited. So, pretty much I'm making this blog because I know a lot of young girls get pregnant, and they don't know what to do, or they don't have anyone to talk about it, or anyone to relate to what they're going through. So, I want people to ask questions, even to wish me luck, congratulate me, or, I want to help people, or for people to help me, because this is my first kid. I don't know anything about what's going on. I'm scared and excited and nervous, so, I think that this could be good for a lot of people, and especially my close friends that don't know what's going on. So, that's a way for them to keep track of me, because I'm very busy. So, Although I did have a couple friends who I haven't really had time because due to morning sickness and all this other crazy stuff and ultrasounds every couple days and bouncing back and forth and telling family members and stuff like that, it's really hard for me to answer everybody. And a couple people have asked me, well, what are your symptoms? How did you know you were pregnant? And, I didn't really know. I never had a normal menstrual period. Like, I don't have a period every month. So, I was on birth control, so I didn't even think about, getting pregnant or anything. So, how I knew was I called my mom one day from my boyfriend's house, and I was bawling my eyes out. I hurt so bad, and I thought I needed to go to the hospital. And my mom said, well, what's wrong? I told her my stomach hurt, and I felt like I was going to throw up all over the place. And, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. And she said, well, why don't you go get a pregnancy test? So my boyfriend and I went to Walmart, got a pregnancy test, and that's how I found out. I didn't really know, and now that I think about it, I go back, and I should have known. Because, I swear I felt the implantation cramps, like you hurt real bad. I didn't have any bleeding though, so, I know a lot of people say that they have implantation bleeding. I didn't have any of that. But I did have the pains now that I go back and think about it, and I definitely should have known. But, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that, and a lot of the time it's really hard because a lot of pregnancy, signs are the same as menstrual. So, like, headaches, I just thought I was getting ready to start my period after 5 weeks finally, and, your boobs get a little tender to the touch, and, you get fatigued, really tired. I should have known all that, I was sleeping a lot, but, I didn't really think anything about it. So those were my signs and how I found out. Another question I get is what are my current symptoms now that I know that I'm pregnant? I get sick. I have morning sickness terribly. A lot of people don't, but I do, real bad. And, it sucks really bad. Most of the time my morning sickness isn't even in the morning. It's really late at night. I can't sleep, and a lot of that could be due to worrying if the baby's okay, what's gonna happen, and stuff like that. And, what else? The sides of my stomach, from where my stomach is stretching because I'm really skinny, and now that, my stomach is expanding and my uterus is getting bigger and the baby's growing, I can feel it in my stomach. So the outside of my tummy is really tender to the touch. And I'll show you my tummy here in a minute. I've got 2 minutes to wrap this up. So, I really feel like, I'm really thirsty all the time. Like, really thirsty. And I have a sensitive sense of smell. I can smell things from like a mile away now. So, it's really hard. I'm gonna go ahead and show you my little bitty belly. Like I said, I don't know how far along I am yet, but I will definitely update and let you guys know. We're thinking 5 weeks, so I'm gonna do this every week, see how big I get, I'm tracking all of this, so, I already have to wear stretchy clothes, because if not, then, it hurts my sides, because like I said, the sides of my stomach are really sore. But, I don't know, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but here's my little bitty belly. And if you knew me before, you can tell that right here is rounder, and my hip bones don't stick out as much. So, you can kind of tell I got a little bitty baby belly. But it's not much. So, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. And, I'm gonna update you tomorrow whenever I find out what's going on and what happens at the doctor. My mom and I are getting ready to go to the store and get lots of food for me to eat, because I'm so hungry. I eat like 500 times a day. So, if you have any questions, if you're like a young girl that's pregnant, or if this is your first time pregnant, you've got questions, send them in, and I'll try to answer them the best I can. Like I said, this is my first time. I don't know a lot. If you have any advice for me, definitely leave it, comment, rate, whatever, subscribe. And thank you guys so much.